Okay, well, I guess I am live now. I'm not sure. I've never gone live before on Facebook, so I don't know whether or not I'm going. So I guess you guys tell me. Can you hear me? Can you see me? What's going on? I thought I would let you in on my post-election thoughts. Today is Thursday, November 7th, 2024, and we are just 2 days removed from President-elect Trump being elected once again as President of the U.S. after defeating Vice President Kamala Harris. So, just thought I would clue you in. I personally am an independent voter. I don't ascribe to one party or the other. I like to joke. I'll vote for whoever lies to me the best. But really, I like to look at platforms. I like to look at issues, and I like to issue my vote after a very analytical and just wanting to look through everything. I'm a very analytical person. When I look at things, I want to see what the cause and effect is of the choice that I make. And it's not always true. I can be a little bit impulsive, but when it comes to things like politics, I really try to go in with a clear mind to know exactly what it is I'm voting for, who it is I'm voting for, and I try to keep up on the issues. That being said, this year was kind of up in the air. I'm not going to clue you in as to how I voted, but my thoughts I want to share with you are more about how do we deal with the aftermath, whether we're happy or sad about the outcome, whether or not we like it, whether or not we're glad about what happened. And I just want to tell you guys, over the past 3 elections now, I've had them go the way I wanted, I've had them go the way I didn't want, and I'm at peace. Why am I at peace? Because I know the God I serve, the God of Jacob, the God of Isaac, the God of Moses, I know that God is always in control. And that's just it. I don't put my hope in any candidate. I certainly don't put my hope in any candidate that has a little letter next to their name when I'm in the voting booth. It doesn't matter if that little letter is an R, it's a D, it's an I, it's a G, whatever letter is beside their name. My hope is not in them. My hope is not in their party. My hope is not in any promise that person makes. I just have to look at what they say they're going to do once they're in office, and then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna gauge that and see, do my views, do my thoughts, do my views, my values, all of these things, do they line up with this candidate? And even more important than that, what about God's views and God's values, the values we find in the Word of God? If those don't line up to what that candidate is speaking about, well, and of course, nobody's going to be perfect. It's not going to be 100%. Again, I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter. No candidate is going to 100% align with the Word of God. And if they do, trust me, I'll be the first to vote for them. But you just have to look and weigh it, and I do that every time I go in. I want to look at it, I want to weigh it, I want to say, you know, this person has these character flaws, they have these promises that don't align with God, they have these things, write them down in a negative column, go in a positive column. What does align? Which ones do have a similar character value to what we see of characters in the Bible, because I can't align them with Jesus, right? I can't compare them to Jesus. But what I can do is compare them to a Moses, compare them to a Paul, or Peter even. Peter had some big character flaws. Paul had some big character flaws. How do these candidates line up with them? Because these are the leaders that are exhibited to exemplify Christianity. So I just thought, I would let you guys in. I would let you know that this is what I was thinking about as I was going into the voting booth. This is what I was thinking about when I sat down and I made my choices. And mine is just one of a few million choices to make, or a few million votes to be cast. So in the grand scheme of things, one is not a lot, but hey, I got to voice my opinion. I am now heard, and my selection went into the decision-making process of who our next president is, and I can feel great about that. So I want to thank you guys for watching my very first live. Again, don't know how I did. Don't know if you guys enjoyed it. I hope you did. But if you have any questions or comments, I'm going to ask that you go ahead, put them down. I try to read every comment. And if you have a comment for me, or maybe you want to, tell me what decision-making process you use to vote, I'd be glad to read it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. God bless.